Hi, Leo. Welcome to your April 2022 General Tarot reading. It's Rena here. Well, how do you like them apples? That's really great. Haha. Oh my goodness gracious. You probably think, oh, she set this up. Okay. Because I have so many major arcana cards, and that's really, like statistically significant. To be honest with you, that is very, there's only 22 major arcana cards versus, not like 53 on the minor. So that's pretty impressive. Okay. And the major arcana is supposed to be more significant events. So maybe like change on the horizon. The heart of the matter is the Lover's card, and this is a card that is self-explanatory if you're looking at it from the romantic side of things. Certainly finding love, committing to love, becoming more intimate. It could be like, hot and heavy, but it could be emotionally intimate. And if this becomes the thumbnail, I hope YouTube will keep it up. I might have to make sure it's a different card. So this can be a choice, though. This is connected to Gemini, so it could be a Gemini person, but it could be like that you have to make a choice about something, too. I mean, it's a different... In the past position, we have the Ace of Pentacles. This could be a new job, maybe a job offer. This could be a financial windfall, and you are in a different place in life. You can see that portal that is created by the bushes, so it means that the person is stepping into a new reality because of that. And, if somebody, let's say somebody gets an inheritance and they are 62 years old, they might say, you know what, I can live off of this money until I'm retirement age, and I just don't feel like doing it anymore. And they have a choice to make. But it's also possible that it's a new relationship. And if it's someone who is like, the Magician is on the other side, and that could be Aries. And the Ace of Pentacles would probably be like a very earthy person. So Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, it might be deciding between two temperaments, somebody who's very grounded and somebody who's very exciting or passionate. But the higher message is the Magician card, and it's like that you can co-create your reality, and that you don't have to... All of these other things, like even with the Ace of Pentacles, if this is a new job and you're like, I don't know if I kind of want to start my own business, but you're like tempted by some new job, that if you really feel that you have something that you want to offer on your own, that you do so. I could kind of see some Leo people being very tempted to take a job and work for somebody else because you're a fixed sign. So you may want that guarantee of a weekly paycheck, which you can't get if you have your own business. You can't guarantee anything. You can't... And of course, as we know, we can't guarantee anything if we work for somebody else. We can't guarantee a weekly paycheck because they can just say, well, we're laying people off or we're going out of business. I mean, nothing is a guarantee in life. And so the choice that you may have to make, you should make it from what the Magician represents, which is that law of attraction position where you are the conscious co-creator. You're not somebody who is, dependent on outer forces for your good. Well, crosses you as the high priestess, so you may feel the sense of kind of spurning anything that is wisdom or coming from within you. And this can be like ideas that you have of a higher nature because you're so focused on trying to solve it with your mundane mind. And so, whether this is looking at it from the spiritual perspective or doing inner work, meditating, listening to that small, still voice within you, because the ego can really drown out that voice. I'm talking about for all of us. Can really drown out that voice and keep us from seeing what we need to see. There can be this sense of, trying to do it in a worldly way. And it's not because you aren't spiritual, because, a Leo person can be very tuned into things. I think with fire signs, we have such a sense of ourselves that we forget that sometimes we have to let go of that and just allow ourselves to take in, like be passive, the masculine energy of the fire signs wants to be the aggressor, wants to be the actor instead of the receptive entity. So I think that's something that we have to, as fire signs, practice more often. What's coming in is the Hangman, and you may find that you're in a period of time where you have to let go and let God, that you can't effort it. I've heard that term used in the New Age community, and I think that it has a good. I think it's pretty good to use that because it certainly is descriptive of what a lot of people try to do, and this is about I was just thinking the Hangman is just like hanging out and allowing yourself to just be without having to do anything. And it's kind of funny that I have the high priestess in the challenge position because it may be very challenging to do that. I mean, I almost see like a kind of a connection between those two cards. And sometimes it's also about, the word that came into my mind was sacrifice. But a true sacrifice isn't the loss. It's an actual feeling of being at peace and actually wanting something good for somebody else. I mean, if this is a sacrifice for somebody else, sometimes we can sacrifice for ourselves, something that we think that we need or that we want, and just say, you know what, I don't really need that thing. But if there is somebody else involved in this, for instance, if there is some kind of like a lover's triangle and you are not sure about two different people that you're interested in, or if you're the one that's involved in it from that level, and somebody else, it's like an issue of commitment, and you feel like the other person is not committing to you, they have somebody else, the Hangman can be that you're in this state of limbo. So that's not necessarily a good thing, because it can be, as time goes by, if nothing ever changes, it could actually be a sign of being deceived, being jerked around. So, and also, you have to ask yourself, do you want to be in this position where you have no real power, where you're kind of like dependent on what somebody else does? It's always the best situation when you can call the shots, not to control that other person, but you get to decide what you're going to tolerate and what you're not going to tolerate, and you're not like waiting for somebody else to make up their mind, because that doesn't feel really good. If they're saying that they can't decide between you and another person. It can be like, oh wow, I guess I'm not that special that you have to decide. But of course, it's not really like that in all cases. Sometimes it's very difficult if somebody's married, and they don't want to break up their family. I mean that there's more people involved. So I understand about something like that. But the hangman ultimately should never be about a situation where you are the martyr, where you are sacrificing yourself in a way that demeans you, that creates a situation where you feel less than. You don't want to do that. That's the negative side of Pisces. And the outcome is the Knight of Cups. This is a card of an offer of love. This can be even like a job offer. So if this is like you waiting to hear from a job, and maybe you're feeling the sense of like, I'm becoming more aware that I have power within me, you may get some kind of an offer that is, I was going to say, too good to refuse. And it's coming from a heart-centered place. So it's not just something that is like it's sincere, in other words. If this is a love situation, you're making space for somebody who can who is coming into your life with a sense of, real caring. And that is something that feels really good. It feels like genuine. And it's not like if the Lover's card is about an affair or about a very like a one-dimensional relationship, this is a heart-centered relationship. And so it's either that this person is coming into your life because you're making that choice that the Lover's card may represent, or that when you decide to make the choice for that person to come in, that will get the ball rolling. Okay, that's what I have for you, Leo. I hope that this resonated. If you would like a private reading, I'm primarily an astrologer, and I do a lot of chart readings, but I also do tarot readings, and you can find out more information about my offerings at the link below. Take care. Bye.